I've seen that video probably 100 times, and every time it makes me proud of my kids at school. Before I speak, I wanted to thank Patty and Christy and the H2O for Life staff who so graciously have hosted us this weekend. They've been wonderful to myself, my husband, and Brycelyn and Kayla and her mom. So thank you for having us. Your life has purpose. Your story is important. Your dreams count. Your voice matters. You were born to make an impact. These are the words posted in my classroom, and it is the message that I declare to hundreds of children each school year. I have the distinct opportunity to teach middle schoolers. Most people react to that news by wrinkling their faces and commenting something like, "Ooh, bless your heart. That's an interesting age." Which is really a polite way of saying, I would never sign up for that. But I like this age, and I intentionally insert myself into the lives of tweens right when they are searching for their identity and place in the world. You see, I want to be there during the stage when those words will be believed and remembered. As an educator, I am in the unique position to teach kids academic skills and help them navigate through a time when they begin to answer profound questions to give life purpose. Who am I? Why am I here? What can I do with my life? What is my destination? I step into the lives of sixth graders to inspire them to discover their gifts, develop leadership skills, and empower them to use their voice and actions to change the world. Through H2O for Life service projects, I aim to inspire students to look beyond themselves and enable them to work on solving an authentic world problem, water scarcity. By raising money that benefits children in developing countries, students begin to realize that they have the power to affect tangible change in their local and global community. Our journey through an H2O for Life project begins with awareness. My mission is to create a sense of awareness that expands students' worldview and deepens their sense of compassion, which in turn inspires them to seek to solve community problems. My hope is that students catch the vision and are left with a powerful message. I can help make the world better. So I give kids a few ideas on how they can live with purpose and impact the world. One of those ideas is to help kids a world away obtain access to clean water. In class, students learn about the challenges families face because of water scarcity, including waterborne illnesses and diminished access to education and economic opportunities. We read A Long Walk to Water, and I share shocking statistics, pictures, and facts related to water scarcity. But for the vast majority of my students and American children, the concept of water scarcity is abstract and unknown. That is why stories are so important. They bring abstract concepts into focus. Stories are the means by which we understand ourselves, learn lessons, and form connections to others. Stories have the magical ability to leap from a page into a person's heart. The moment I pull up the H2O for Life project page and share the story of the school that we will sponsor, the water crisis becomes real for my students. They are able to view the world through the eyes and experiences of kids their age, thousands of miles away. This is the magic moment when empathy is birthed in their hearts. And empathy is what emboldens kids to act with a sense of urgency and passion that inspires a whole community to give. Armed with the specific needs and pictures from the project webpage, my students boldly go into their neighborhoods, churches, local businesses, and school community, asking others to answer the call to help. Through fundraising, students learn essential lessons in charity, integrity, and goal setting. They learn how to harness the power of collaboration to mobilize a whole community to solve a problem. They learn how empathy sparks a connection between their story and that of those in need. That all sounds great, but what if you're the only one who believes the dream? The first project goal that I pitched at Varsity Lakes Middle School was over $5,600. That doesn't seem like a lot until you know that I had to stand up and present this to a school community where 75% or more of my students live in poverty. But a big dream, backed by a little faith and a plan, can move mountains. In fact, we have had great success raising money through side hustles, like selling snacks and Jeans Day passes. You'd be surprised how much money you can make selling hot Cheetos and candy. So, be the first voice to broadcast the vision of bringing clean water to a school. H2O for Life projects have given me the resources and tools to empower middle schoolers and show them that their voice matters. Hundreds of kids have lifted their voices at school and in their communities to spread awareness about the water crisis. Their voices have attracted the attention of parents, teachers, administrators, and community leaders. Lee County is listening to their call to action to care about others, to be our brothers and sisters' keepers, to ensure that every man, woman, and child has access to clean water. Anything short of that goal is inhumane. In the last 2 years, our partnership with H2O for Life has allowed our school to help bring clean water to 4 schools in Africa. This year, I had the honor of telling my students that the 2019 Walk for Water not only brought clean water to the Namarami Primary School, but that our efforts helped redeem the school from being closed by the government. So the work H2O for Life does is significant because providing clean water not only improves the quality of life for children in developing countries, it also transforms the minds of our children. Helping others plants the seed of hope that proclaims, if I can bring change to children a world away, change is possible here at home. H2O for Life projects bring about tangible solutions to a community that impacts future generations. And that is the kind of impact I want as part of my story and legacy. Thank you. Okay. And now I have the privilege to introduce you to 2 of my fantastic and brilliant students, Kayla Cabrera and Brycelyn Turner.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming. My name is Brycelyn Turner, and this is my best friend, Kayla Cabrera. We both attend Varsity Lakes Middle School in Lehigh Acres, Florida. Our school first participated in an H2O for Life project 2 years ago when we were in Mrs. Cabrera's 6th grade reading class. She took the idea to Miss Reyes, our school's administrators, and of course us, her favorite students.
Once we knew that other kids our age were in need, we were inspired to do something about it. But can you imagine the kind of reaction Mrs. Cabrera got when she announced we were going to raise $5,638? We can never do something like that. We can never raise that much money. We're just a bunch of 6th graders. How can we make such a difference in this world? Oh, how wrong we were. What we didn't realize was that it didn't matter that we were all just a bunch of 6th graders going to an impoverished school. Together, we found a way to help.
After our 6th grade class started to raise money, we found how easy making a difference could be. Almost every single student in 6th grade ended up donating, and Mrs. Cabrera began mini fundraisers during dismissal. Not only did we meet our goal, but we greatly surpassed it. In the past 2 years, we have raised $13,926.
The Walk for Water impacted us in many ways. Not only did we grow closer as a class and make many new memories, but we were encouraged to do good in our daily lives. The H2O for Life project influenced our outlook on life. It showed us how blessed we are to have things we think are simple. We are so blessed and often take the fact that we have clean water we don't have to walk miles and miles to fetch for granted. In the weeks leading up to the walk, we learned a lot about diseases that can come from unclean water, and I would say that awareness instilled in each of us a greater sense of gratitude.
We now know that there are many urgent needs in the world that we don't notice because they don't impact our everyday lives. We all realize something deep inside of our hearts. We can change the way the world works. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Somewhere along the way, we must learn that there is nothing greater than to do something for others." I think that that is an important lesson all of the Walk for Water participants learned. We did something good, and we were rewarded with the satisfaction and joy that comes from knowing that we have made a difference.
If we all intentionally look for problems, big and small, that need solving and try to do something about it, the world will be a better place. You only need one person to get a movement started. We know because Mrs. Cabrera started a movement at our school. Because one teacher shared a wild idea and believed that kids could run with it, 2,124 children at 4 schools in Africa now have access to clean water. Their lives and the lives of countless future students at those schools will be better because a group of middle schoolers in Lehigh Acres, Florida decided to care enough to act.
We don't have time to wait around for someone else to help. Not when 844 million people around the world do not have access to clean water. Not when women and girls must miss opportunities to go to school and work because their days are consumed by hours of walking to fetch water. Not when every 2 minutes a child dies from a preventable water-related disease. We all should feel a sense of urgency and call to help now.
So we would like to encourage each and every one of you to go out and do some good in the world. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty because that's the only way we can make a difference. Gandhi said, "In a gentle way, you can shake the world." Sometimes the smallest act can make a difference. The smallest shift in the sand, the smallest drop of clean water, the smallest set of hands contributing. We encourage you to go out and make even the tiniest of differences because even a small match can cause an explosion. Thank you.